What's going on, guys? Welcome to another Final Fantasy Brave Exvius review. This one is for the JP side for the Final Fantasy VI banner. There's a lot to go over, and there's also going to be some things I'm not going to be covering in this video, including Kefka's and Terra's and Shadow's. There's a lot of Final Fantasy VI buffs that I already went over in my news video. Basically, nothing was changed. So if you want to know about those, I already talked about them in my news video. And they all got some pretty decent buffs. Shadow got huge modifiers on his Brave Shift form, but you can't triple cast any of those because they're all grand abilities, so you basically have to use a dupe for chaining. Basically. But you could use someone else, but yeah. So, and Terra got a lot of stuff too, so if you want to know about that, go check my news video. Anyways, we got Umero here, or Umero, the person who everybody told me like at least 30 times who this guy was, and then we find out that he's not even like anything special in regards to this game. I guess from what people told me, he's not special in the game either. He has almost no significance. He's basically a secret character, and I just don't know what to make of this guy. Like, he has Berserk basically forever unless you dispel it, but why would you want to do that? He's basically an arena character. He's basically like the stereotypical arena character in this day and age. And if you guys watched my arena meta video that's going to be coming global, this guy is basically suited for this arena meta. His STMR makes it so Vincent can't do anything because Vincent has 30% death on his auto attack, normal attack, and with this equipped now you can't do it. And also, I don't know, there's just not much to say with this guy. He's just an arena unit. He's not very good otherwise. Like, you would never use him besides arena. I just don't see it. Like, you'll probably see meme videos about, you know, a few of this guy being used in trial or something. Like, who cares at this point? Any trainer can do what this guy would do in a meme trial video anyways. Unless you guys want to do it just for memes. Because honestly, he's just not very good. He has no abilities whatsoever because he's in Berserk mode basically forever. Unless, like I said, unless you dispel it. He has a little burst, but you can't use it because he's berserked. So I don't even know how to score this guy because he doesn't really do anything special. He has his niche is arena. He's STMR fodder and his niche is arena. How do you score this? You can't bring him to a trial because you'll be very sad. I don't think I'm going to score him at all. Like, how do I score? Like, in terms of, okay, well, here's how I'll do it. In terms of arena meta, I'm going to give him a 9.5 out of 10 because you'll be seeing him more than any of the other units now. Because his STMR is amazing. People will be pulling a lot of him. People will be seeing a lot of him for the STMR death resistance. Because Vincent is such a cancer. I don't mean to use that word lightly, sorry about that. He is so toxic in arena that people will literally go to the depths of hell to get this STMR, so that they don't die to Vincent, basically. So I'll probably be joining them, getting this guy if I can, with UOCs. So yeah, for arena meta 9.5, I don't like 4 or maybe even lower than 4 for normal gameplay. I don't know how you can't use him for anything else really, and don't even like say, oh, you could use him for this. No, you can't. I said so. Anyways, we got Mog here. I don't know what Narsh means. I'm assuming that means something with the game. His spear, his STMR is just not that interesting. It's okay, I guess. It has killers, but it's two-handed, so who cares? I don't mean to be so negative, but I'm just trying to tell you guys it's not, or like his STMR could have been better. That's why I'm being so harsh. And we got some big things to talk about here, so let's get on with this. Triple cast. He has 2 zone effects, which I don't know what they are just yet. They're on two separate cooldowns, so he basically has 2 zone effects, like I mentioned, 1 on each cooldown that he has. He has 3 cooldowns in total. That's why it was weird wording. 75% insect killer for all allies on one burst. He has some other buffs too, but well, guys, I'm not going to mention every single thing that the unit has. I'm just going to mention the highlights. 300% TDH, 100% Dragon, and 200% Insect Killer, 500% jump damage, 5 times cap, 500% cap, ice or wind imbue for all allies. There's not much to say with this guy. He's so weird. I'm assuming this is a lore-based unit because like he's just so all over the place. He has decent buffs, but nothing that we haven't already seen before on a 5-star. He doesn't really offer anything. His jump is so weak. 30 times jump. Yeah, he has 500% jump damage. You could just use Noctis, who I'm sure most people have. His Stardust Ray chaining is really weak. I don't even know what his niche is. He's like a very niche buffer slash imbuer slash... You can't even... Like, I would never use his jump. His jump is terrible. Like, there would be no reason to ever need, like, hey, I need a finisher really bad. My buffer needs to be my finisher. Like, there would almost never be a situation where you would want that. I don't know how to score him either. Like, it's just, he doesn't see... He's nothing... He's not bad. He's not good either. Not good or bad. So I'm just gonna go 6.5. Then the reason for the score being so low is because Mog just doesn't really offer anything that we don't already have. Besides the zone effects. If the zone effects are really good, the score is going to go up to like 7.5. So keep in mind, guys, if you watch this video after those zone effects have been discovered and they're pretty good, then his score might go up to 7.5 just because he has easily accessible zone effects. But if they're terrible, then his score stays at 6.5. Anyways, let's get into the trouble that is Celes. And I know everybody's looking forward to her. She's like a waifu, and she's like, you know, everybody sims for her and stuff like that, but let's get into it. Infinite turns, preemptive magic cover, spirit scaling magic, ace type damage, or basically she can be imbued, but she's doing magic spirit scaling magic type spirit scaling damage stuff. Triple cast for all of her abilities, and also magic, black magic, blue, or she I think yeah. She has basically triple cast for all of everything, even magic. 300% Spirit TDH with shield in our base form, 200% in our base shift form, 5 times cap, 500% cap, so you can get 6 times with indestructible light, 50% targeting chance, her base level burst, 80% physical and magical mitigation versus aquatic enemies, 80% magic mitigation, 80% general mitigation for all allies, and it only lasts for 1 turn. All of that stuff only lasts for 1 turn, so just so you guys know. In our base shift limit burst, 300% stat buff, ice imbue for all allies, 45% ice amp, and 250% little burst damage for all allies. Her magic cover is kind of unique because it has a 230% stat buff, 50% general and magical mitigation. Okay, now that all that is out of the way, I've got some disappointment to lay down on you. She has almost no abilities. She has very low ability count. There's a lot of competition. I said this on my stream like a day or so ago that she needed to have... They needed to knock it out of the park. They needed to be a home... This needed to be a home run of a unit to compare with a free tank in Neovision Awakened Beatrice and a tank that's been out for a long time now, which is Finzi, Fiona and Daisy, which are still quite good. Does she compare to either of them? No, not really. And unfortunately, not really. Her mitigation is kind of low. Her cover mitigation is actually lower than Beatrice, apparently. I didn't look at it. I just saw that someone said that on my Discord, so I guess I'll go with it. And like the only interesting thing is her Brave Shift Alone Burst gives it 45% ice amp, which is really strong. But otherwise, her mitigation on our base form lasts not very long. Her Alone Burst definitely doesn't last very long. She just doesn't do anything special. I'm just sorry to say. She doesn't really do anything that special. She's not really worth pulling. Unless you like the character and you don't have a magic tank, then of course. But in the grand scheme of things, she's not really that special. I'm sorry to say it. She really isn't that special. I'm not impressed. I was thinking, hey, Alan has some big balls making another magic tank after they just released Beatrice not that long ago, so they must be knocking it out of the park with this new magic tank. And then when the information finally came out, I was just like, is this it? Are we starting to get worried now, guys? Is it starting to become worried? I thought it was just like, oh, it's only Final Fantasy 7, you know, they only want to make money, they'll make the units really quick, and make them pretty lazy, people pull for them anyways. But then we come to this, and it's like, they're still doing it with this unit. They're still putting in very low amount of unit abilities on these units. I was pretty sold on the 8 out of 10 for this unit at this point, because I'm just not really sold on it. Like I said, the only interesting thing is the Ice Amp. That's it. She's a good magic tank if you have nothing else, but if you had Beatrice already, why would you use her over Beatrice? Beatrice has way more survivability, way better tanking ability, and stuff like that. And even if Celes has preemptive magic cover, it's not really needed that much to where you would need to come to Celes and say, I need this unit. Oh, she has the nullify spell thing, but it's very, if you want to talk about niches, that's a huge niche. I know in her game that she does that though. I know she has that ability, so that's why it's there. So I'm gonna go for 8 out of 10 for now. There might be a situation where she might be good. There might be something that I haven't discovered that she might be good or something, but I looked over a kit multiple times and I just wasn't impressed. So 8 out of 10. And finally, Samurai Cyan. 5 times cap, 200% TDH. After using one of his abilities that grants a lot of things, he gets a modifier buff to his normal attack, which is a bolting strike 40 times chain, now becomes 300 times modifier chain. Can be 600 times with lightning scarf or any other double attack accessory, making him true dual wield, or just dual wield in general. And now he has this thing called Super Limit Burst, which basically charges up, then you use it, it basically unlocks a better Limit Burst when it's fully charged, and you get a really strong Limit Burst, which is 300 times, one hit move, among other things like Earth Amp and stuff like that. And his normal Limit Burst is 135 times, and it's 4 hits, so can you guess which one you would want to use, guys? Can you guess which one you would want to use? So you would want to charge that up. And he also has 100% Dragon, 150% Avian, and also 200% Stone Killer. No Brave Shift, so basically his gimmick is the Super Limit Burst instead. So like I said, he has a base Limit Burst and he has a Super Limit Burst Super Limit Burst, Super Limit Burst, Super Limit Burst, Limit Burst. I couldn't land that. So no imbues, only his Limit Burst has the Earth attached, his 96 Stardust Ray chaining, and he has like a weird one hit ability. But it does fill up the Limit Burst gauge by 6 for all allies. And the Super Limit Burst thing needs to be proven if it's worth it. Is it going to charge up really fast? Is it going to charge up really slow? We don't know yet. It's just like, it's very vague. Is it going to charge up a certain amount of turns? I don't know. He seems pretty good. He seems more like a meme unit because you can make him kind of the same thing with Clayum and Axstar, where you can make him true to wield instead of TDH, and you can use that move where you can just normal attack with him and it'll be like a 600 times mod in total. Normal attack mods are kind of harder, or like normal attacks are kind of harder to chain with, because it's like, is there going to be a pause? I don't think there will be any pauses. On the ANDAP PC version, this will be very easy to chain with, but on an emulator or maybe some other device, it might be harder to chain with. It might break a little bit, but I still think it's really strong. So as a Limit Burst finisher, you'd want to build him TDH with Lightning's STMR, and I think as a chainer with normal attack chainer, you'd want to build him true to wield and all that stuff. I don't really know how to score him because I don't know how good the Super Limit Burst will be. And we already had Sephiroth, who's very strong already. The benefit of this guy, I guess, is that you don't have to use his Limit Burst twice in order to become strong, but the negative side is you have to wait for a Super Limit Burst to be charged. So, I don't know. I don't think he's going to be better than the Sephiroth in terms of being quicker. We'll have to see how it goes. We'll have to see how this goes. In terms of score, 8.5 to 9 is what I'm going for. He's probably a very strong finisher, very strong meme chainer. You know, 600 times mod chain is insane. So that's gonna edge him into the 9 category, give or take. But I still, like, I'm not sure, I'm not sold on the SLB just yet. We'll have to see. Maybe the next review I do, we'll know more about SLB and I'll be able to review it if there's gonna be another one. I don't know if there's gonna be any other ones besides this one. So that's gonna be it, guys, for my review. Thank you guys for watching. This one's a very long video, but I'll see you guys in the next one, where I'm going to be. Oh, there's Neovision. If you watch this far in the video, I guess you guys get a treat. There will be a Neovision Awakened Blue Mage Fina, apparently. There's no data on that yet as of this recording. It might have already come out since then. It might be out right now. It might be out right now, but I don't have the slide for it. So make sure you guys tune in for Blue Mage Fina Neovision Awakening. I don't know how that's going to work because she doesn't have a STMR, so maybe they'll make one for her. Anyways, guys, make sure you guys leave a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you get that juicy Neovision Awakened Blue Mage Fina review. If it exists. If it doesn't, then I just baited you into subscribing. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.